What up? Hey everybody, welcome to Morning Talks with Ro in the afternoon. I am powering up. This is our latest Power Up Cup from the second annual retreat for Peak PQ. Yes, we're going to continue our dialogue today about how to create and sustain the lasting change you want in your life. What do you desire? The last time that we spoke, we talked about reconditioning, reprogramming your subconscious mind, how repetition is the mother of all skill. If you missed that talk, definitely go back and check it out. There is great information in there to help you with creating the change that you desire in your life. There's also great, just dialogue period that came up and out, so definitely go check it out. Hey y'all, welcome to the conversation. Today we're going to extend this dialogue, right? And we're going to give you more tools for how you can create and sustain the lasting change that you desire in your life. Let's talk about what those are going to be before I jump in and say what up to everybody. The first thing that we're going to talk about is making sure that you connect your change to what you value most in your life. We're going to talk about what that means. What do you value most? If you can connect your change to that, then it can be lasting and it can happen, right? The other thing that you can do to create and sustain lasting change in your life, either connected to so much pleasure or connected to so much pain. So if you can connect it to a lot of pleasure, then you're going to want to do whatever you can to get to the juicy reward that's on the other side of whatever work you have to do, whether it's inner or outer, to get to that result. If you connect it to a lot of pain, that means that I do not want to experience that anymore, or I don't want to experience that at all. And so I'm going to do whatever I have to do to avoid that pain. We have to make the stakes high enough for us to create the change that we desire and for it to be lasting. What up, y'all? How you doing? Shamika's in the spot. Perrin is here. Mark is here. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro in the afternoon. I got my Power Up cup today. This is a different one. It's like a water bottle. I do believe I'm going to make it available on my website at ronabennett.com. If anybody ever wants support outside of the chats that we have on Morning Talks with Ro, come and check me out at ronabennett.com. Look at the services tab on the site. Check out what my one-on-one coaching is. And if you need the support, go ahead and book a time and let's get it in. Let's help you take your living to the next level. We are less than 120 days away from the end of 2019. This year is almost over. Who is ready to finish the year strong? If you haven't seen my mood meme that I just uploaded to my social media stuff, do that. Check it out. That's what I'm talking about. Going into the end of this year strong, bringing your best you, doing your best you can with yourself, and seeing what kind of results you can get before we leave this thing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the conversation. How you doing? What's up? What's bananas, Kendra? Talk to me. Hey girl, welcome to the conversation. It's good to see your name in here. I just realized that Kendra joined us for our Pajama Jammy Jam in Las Vegas, and we had a good time. Great movie. Ooh, bring the tissues, honey. Bring the tissues. It was a movie called Breakthrough, and it was a faith-based film, super duper powerful, based off of a real story. True story. So check that out. Breakthrough. Excellent film. And I think one of the producers is Steph Curry, if my friend saw that correctly. I think that's what she said. How's everybody doing? Yes, the year is almost over, Kendra. Hey, Taz. Welcome to the conversation. So I know I popped in here on y'all just kind of out of nowhere, but I know that everybody can come and get this good information later. If you feel like what I share today can help someone, if you want to just bring them into the conversation right now because you know that they're looking for the opportunity to create some lasting change. They need to change. They desire to change. And they're like, how do I do it? Share this video right now. Share this video with whoever you think it can help. This talk is in support of the launch for my next round of transformation at my online coaching school, Personal Power University. It's on September 24th. Whoa, that is 3 months, 12 weeks with me and whoever your tribe ends up being. We create a vulnerable playground, that's what I like to call it, where you get to show up and just be you. And some of us don't even know what that is. We've been living for other people. We've been checking for other people's approval. We really don't even know who we are. We're so used to showing up as our representative, who we think we need to be in order to be loved or accepted. What I like to do at Personal Power University is say abandon all of that at the door. And if you don't even know what to say or how to say something because you're just so out of touch with who you are, perfect. Better. Because then we can kind of get in there, uncover what's happening, wipe the slate clean if that's possible, and start reprogramming, reconditioning you for who you really are. Getting in touch with your authentic self. How do you really feel? What do you really like? What's really important to you? That's what Personal Power University is about. What up, y'all? Hey, Shalay is in the spot. Tracy, hey, Tracy. Bless up. Definitely share the video. So today we're going to continue the dialogue about how to create and sustain lasting change that you desire in your life. Those of you who joined us last time know that I spoke about reprogramming, reconditioning the subconscious mind, which is that place in ourselves that fires off the automatic pilot. That is that place that's been so conditioned from either we did it unbeknownst to ourselves, it's our environment that did it, the people that we listen to and let influence us do it, our belief systems that we've picked up over time. All of these things influence how the subconscious mind works and what it decides, what files it decides to bring up whenever something happens in your life, and it delivers it for your reaction in the moment. If you're finding that the way you're reacting to life or the results you're getting in life are no longer serving you or never served you to begin with, it's probably time to go in and examine the blueprint that you've been operating from. Some of us have a blueprint that no longer works for who you are in this moment. Some of us are trying to pull up old beliefs and stale ways that we've seen life from before, and we're trying to make that work in new and fresh moments, and it just isn't working. Some of us need to recondition our minds to think differently about something, right? Some of us need to give new meaning to things that we have held on for so long to. Like, there's even some things I've been observing. One person in particular just recently, and they're like, well, this is who I've always been. This is just how I handle things. I'm like, but it's not working for you anymore. So why are you continuing to anchor that thought? Continuing to speak that thought into existence, and it's continuing to perpetuate something that you don't want. It's continuing to bring forth results that you don't desire. But because you've latched onto this belief that that's who you are, you continue to perpetuate it over and over, right? Repetition is the mother of all skill. So we got to take that reason or belief that you've given something, and you got to rework it or do away with it. You've got to recondition, reprogram yourself with something else over and over and over and over again until you start to see the change that you'd like to see. Hey, everybody. I love it, Taz. Bless up. If anybody is interested in seeing whether Personal Power University could be a good fit for you, write yes in the comments, and then I will reach out to you and we'll see what's up, right? It's 12 weeks of transformation with me and your tribe that you go through the journey with. You will also be connected to other PPU alumni, people who have been through the program and who are looking to do something very similar to what you're doing, which is to come into the next greatest version of themselves and to be in a good support system and a good environment to do it. It's dope. Yes. So the next, beautiful Kendra, sorry about that, you guys. I put my phone on do not disturb, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So, okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is, what do you value? So everybody who's in here, I want you to participate so we can stay engaged and we can get this dialogue really stretching, right? With all of our perspectives in it. What does everybody in this chat really value? And when I say value, I'm talking about, do you value family? Do you value having good friends? Do you value keeping your word? Do you value having integrity? Say what you mean what you say, do what you say you're going to do. Do you value having good character or someone else having good character? Do you value honest people? Do you value bluntness? Keeping it 100, keeping it real. What? That's right, Shirley, it is life-changing, baby. What do you value? Put it in the chat so I can see what everybody's kind of talking about. Robin says, are you doing another conference in Vegas? No, I'm not doing, not at the moment. I don't have anything planned. That was our second annual retreat and vacation for my school. It's an opportunity for us to come out of the digital world into the physical one, the tangible one, where we can hug each other's neck and we can have a weekend of connection, fun, and transformation. It is always life-changing for those of us who attend, and I would say all of us walk away with people that we call friends for life. Everybody gets to just show up in their authenticity, and there's not many places that I know of that kind of support that in that way. So PPU is a unique space and place to be. Let's see. I value my girlfriend Claire very much. She makes beautiful. Come on and join the fold, people. That's right, Tabs. Bring them on. Family and friends. Parent values. Kendra values empathy. Family, friends, compassion. Okay, I'm already getting your heart space. Beautiful. Tracy, I value everything I do when I do my live shows, Real Talk with Tracy G, shout out, and trying to expand my platform, doing YouTube blogs as an aspiring journalist. Okay, so you value what you do, but give me more, Tracy. That's kind of like an advertisement for what you do, but it doesn't speak to what your blog does for you or for other people because you do it. What do you value? Does it bring you significance? Does it is it that you like to help other people in need? Do you want to feel, because y'all, come on now, Coach Ro about to come out. We also do things because of unmet needs. Okay, and when we don't acknowledge what our unmet needs are, that can drive our behavior, and it can keep us out of working from or operating from a space like our values and our purpose. Those are deeper ways, deeper layers to operate from, value and purpose. But if we have unmet needs, for example, you know, some people may have a need for attention. Okay, and they don't know it. Maybe they didn't get it from the parents. Maybe they don't get it at work. They don't get enough acknowledgement. Let's say appreciation. I like that better. Let's say you have a need for appreciation. You feel like you put forth your best at what you do, and people do not acknowledge it. People don't even say thank you. Maybe you're in a thankless job, but you're giving 100% of yourself, and you're doing your best, and nobody seems to even care. So then if that happens, and you have a need for appreciation or acknowledgement, you may start to talk too much. You may start to do things that bring attention to you. Hey, pay attention to me. You don't even know you're doing it because it's an unmet need. But you may start doing things. You may start creating things that can bring attention to you so that you can service that unmet need. But it's not really speaking to what you actually value, which may be connection. But you can get connection from different things. So now you got to you don't have to do anything, right? Now I would recommend that you find something that can service that unmet need. So if you would like more acknowledgement or appreciation for your hard work, or for loving on people, or having a compassionate heart, or doing whatever it is somebody might do, you're going to find something like volunteer work. You know people are going to love on you if you go and volunteer somewhere. You may want to go feed the homeless. You know that people are going to love on you if you go and feed the homeless. You may want to go and you know, hang out at an old folks home, a retirement home, and play cards with them every Saturday and Sunday. You know they're going to appreciate and value your presence because you're there. Now that you've taken care of that unmet needs, it's going to get you to a deeper space of operation from your values and your purpose, because now that's not tugging at you to get the attention, get the appreciation, get the acknowledgement. Okay, I got that now. Now, what's really important to me? What do I really value? And can you imagine when you get in touch with your values, that is going to help you with knowing what kind of people you need to have in your life or let go, what kind of situations are worth prioritizing or deprioritizing. It's going to get your life in order because you are in touch with what's really important to you. This is where lasting change comes from. Okay, what are you guys talking about? Before I keep running off at the mouth. All right. Tracy says, I value my family, mostly my mother. She made me the man that I am today. Bless up. Shout out to your mommy. I'm sorry. Uh-oh, sorry. Y'all know I got my little makeshift way that I have my phone up here. Friends for life. Okay, Tracy, I do my shows as a person with Asperger's and being the voice for others with autism who doesn't voice my opinions. Bless up. Now we get into deeper layers. Now we're getting to deeper layers. This is an altruistic effort from you. This comes from another layer of compassion. This comes from another layer of care. You value connection. You value helping others, right? Keep talking. I love it. Robin says, I value being or trying to be a good mother, trying to keep my yelling less. Bless up, I hear you. Bless up. Hey, Joseph. Caldoon says, happy Friday and very good afternoon, Coach Ro. Much respect and love. Much respect and love to you. Taz says, man, that was me in a thankless job. Not anymore. Bless up. Honor yourself. Kendra says, I need to value myself. Hello. But you know about honoring yourself, everybody. What does that look like? What does that mean? That means setting boundaries, right? That means having a value system that you operate from so that you know what's important to you, so that if something or someone needs to leave your life, or you need to be talking to something or dealing with something or dealing with someone that needs to come closer to you, you will know that from the things that you value. You will know that from knowing purpose. Value gets you to purpose. Check those unmet needs. That gets you to your values, gets you to your values, gets you to your purpose. Now, there's plenty other things that we could talk about, right? Energy drainers, all kinds of stuff. Come to PPU and tighten up. But this is some good stuff today. All right. Say yes, Coach Ro is the best. Oh, thank you, Shirley. Okay. LaShonda says, big lesson this week. My fridge went out Saturday. Lesson, get rid of clutter. Hello. Lottie, I'm on the minimalism kick. I'm refreshed seeing only 2 things on my bathroom counter. Isn't that a blessing? Versus a mountain of stuff. I'm working on cleaning, donating, storing, and organizing stuff. My entire apartment. Things clearer and less stressful. I'm blessed up. Beautiful. 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 Tracy says, we have to value everything we do, and it's never too late to achieve your goals. Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Claire, and say, oh, hey, Claire. So, beautiful, okay? Getting to what you actually value and then putting everything up in your life up against your value system can help you to start making the changes that you'd like to see, and it can become more lasting because now it's connected to your values. If it's not connected to your values, what do? You're going to either reduce your time with it or eliminate it altogether, depending on whether it's a plus or a minus for you. What are the pros and the cons with keeping it in your life or letting it go? Are you clear about that? Getting in touch with your value system is so powerful and important, and it can make a world of difference with what is energy draining you, right? Whether you want to know if something or someone needs to stay or go. Powerful. And then when you want to make change, you say, how does this measure up to my values? Is this something that speaks to who I really am? Is this something that speaks to what I really desire in my life? Is this something that brings me real joy and or fulfillment? No? So then I really don't want that. Why do I want that? Is that because somebody else wants that, thinks I need to have that? Is that because I'm comparing it to someone else's approval of me if I have it or don't have it? Is that because I think that's what people want to see from me and so I'm doing it, but it's not really true to what I actually like or what actually brings me joy or fulfillment? See, now you get to ask yourself some deeper rooted questions that get you to the real thing that brings you joy, the real things that bring you fulfillment, the real things that enable you not to feel drained in life, the real things that get you to real change. Okay, let's talk about the second thing for today. The second thing that we're going to bring up today that can help you with creating and sustaining the lasting change that you desire for your life is that we have to make the stakes high enough. If we don't have high enough stakes, because we are creatures of habit, you will probably default to behavior or old ways of thinking because it's familiar. Not because it's serving you, not because it's the best for you, not even because you want it anymore, but because you're such a creature of habit, you may go back to something out of habit or out of a comfort zone, even if that comfort zone is producing negativity, energy draining, just low vibrational living, depression, You know, some people stay in depression because it's really all they know. And even though it doesn't feel the best, it's at least there's comfort in their depression. Sometimes changing is so scary that they're like, ah. But if you create the stakes high enough, if you say, this is the amount of pain that I have in store if I don't change, what is the must? If I don't change this, what is the pain on the other side of not changing? And if the pain is not deep enough, if the pain is not described in such a way that you're like, oh, no, I refuse to go back that direction, or I refuse to put myself in that situation, you probably won't change it. Or make the stakes high enough on the side of pleasure. What is the delicious reward, the amazing reward on the other side of me doing whatever I need to do to get to it? You gotta create high enough stakes. If you don't create high enough stakes for yourself, because everybody's different, what you need to change is different from the next person probably. What is most important to them, going back to the value system, what is most important to them may not be as important to you, and vice versa. So you have got to dig into what is important to you. What are you trying to avoid at all costs? That it's like, I gotta change so I don't see that anymore. For example, when I hit that proverbial wall in my life, and I was like, opportunity is not budging for me, and anything that I did was like, it's not changing. I scared, stressed out, total fear, not knowing the future, in the mystery of life. Because I dealt with fear on such a level, I was like, I will not be back here ever again. And so it pushed me to do whatever I needed to do. I got disciplined. I was consistent with my discipline. Look at the results. I was consistent with my discipline. I played at 100% at the job that I picked up at for the first time. I never had a job in my life, you know, as far as like a 9-to-5, a regular job. I always did entertainment. Since I was a kid professionally, I literally was looking at a complete about face in my life. I had to turn my stuff around completely. I went and worked at a job. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm going to do when I'm not going to be back here again? I will not waste this winter. You know, I like to call it a winter. When the ground is not fertile, you can't turn it over and plant new seeds yet. You got to do some self-reflection, do some self-inventory, make some necessary changes, and get consistent until you push yourself into another season. I did that work. Is it easy? No. Is it possible? Absolutely. Are you willing to do it? And are the stakes high enough that you're going to do what you need to do to get the results that you're looking for? That's what it comes down to. Are you willing to be consistent until you see those results? Hey y'all, welcome to the conversation. Share this video if you think it can help someone. Because a lot of us want change, but we're not willing to do what it takes to get that change. And that's probably because you, one, have not gotten in touch with your value system to even know why you want the change and why it's important to you. And then two, you haven't made the stakes high enough. You either haven't created enough pleasure on the other side of doing what maybe you don't want to do, but you need to do to get your results, or enough pain on the other side that you're like, I am definitely going to do what I need to do so that I don't get those results. Come on. Yes. And then when you get equipped with the tools that, like, for example, that I've been using, because that's how PPU was birthed. I was blogging for 6 years before I even had the school. And at first I thought this was going to be a workbook. I was like, I want all the philosophies and principles that worked for me in one place that I can give to people. So I can say, hey, I've used this stuff. This is what's worked for me. And then the school was birthed because I picked up a business coach and said, what do you want to do, Ro? And he's like, well, do it like this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And I still had to be courageous enough to start a school. That's not to say that we're not going to deal with any more fear, you guys. That's just unrealistic, and it would take away from the adventure of life. It's not to say that you're not going to deal with any more challenges. It's not the intention. I don't think that's, I mean, imagine if you were always certain about what life was going to give you, eventually this thing would get super duper boring. It would be so boring. And you would be like, this is Groundhog Day. You guys remember that movie from the 80s? And it was like, I think it was Ferris. No, it wasn't. It was the guy who played Ferris Bueller. What was his name, you guys? And it was called Groundhog Day. I think it was the same guy that starred in that movie. And he kept seeing the same day over and over and over again. And he was just like, yo. I forget the rest of the premise of the movie, but you get what I'm saying. Now you know it's predictable, right? So just as much as we have a need for certainty, we have a need for uncertainty. That keeps it interesting. The mystery of life, the adventure. How do we embrace it even when it's scary? That's the power. Come and get these tools at PPU or wherever. But I can tell you that PPU services these kinds of tools. And we also have an incredible support system in me and the PPU alumni. If you're interested, write yes in the comments. Let's see if it's a good fit. We start on September 24th. Let's get you on track to living your best life, or coming into the next greatest version of yourself, or at least picking up tools that makes life more rewarding and fulfilling along the way. Because guess what? We're always going to be faced with some new challenge. That's what keeps this thing interesting. That's what helps us to grow and build character, right? Ooh, I feel sizzly right now. Bill Murray. Thank you, Kendra. Michael Key. Okay, yeah, Bill Murray. That's what's up. Thank you, Robin. That's what's up. Let me see what y'all are saying. PPU, you helped me so much, Coach Rocks. Bless up, Marquita. So proud of so many of the students that have come through PPU. And I deal with all kinds of different kinds of backgrounds. We deal with emotional trauma. I deal with emotional trauma at PPU. There's a lot of us walking around with a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, and it's keeping us out of a feeling of being deserving of the change we desire. You want the change, but you don't even feel like you deserve it. You don't even feel like you're worthy. Maybe because of something you did in the past. Maybe because of something that happened to you in the past. But at the end of the day, something is keeping you out of a feeling of deserving, out of a feeling of worthiness. That's important to tackle because it's a block to your prosperity. And I've heard some interesting things come through my school. Life experience, all kinds of different kinds of abuse. Self-inflicted, others inflicted. Limiting beliefs that have stifled and paralyzed people from taking action. What do? I know I look sizzly, right? I'm going in. So if you're ready to be supported in a way that you've never been supported before, come and check it out. Put yes in the comments. Let's get on the phone. Let's see if it's a good fit. If it's not, it's not. I'm not everybody's coach, but I am somebody's coach. Feel me? Robin says, I'm worried about being seen of as weird or odd. Another thing that can get in the way. Our self-image and being self-conscious, right? And not feeling comfortable in our skin. Come to the vulnerable playground at PPU and see if that helps you to start to embrace more of who you actually are and making it okay. And it's going to be work. The best project we can work on is ourselves. I'm totally learning that like never before. Because if you bring a better quality of you to any situation, your results have to shift. You're my coach for life. Bless up, Taz. Okay, so the two things we discussed today about how to create and sustain the lasting change that you desire for your life. Get in touch with your value system. Get in touch with what's really important to you, and then measure everything and everyone up against that. And that is going to help you to know whether you need to reduce your time with it or them, or eliminate something altogether. It's going to help you to know what's important to you, and then you can make change based on what's important to you. First thing. Secondly, make the stakes high enough. Either create so much pleasure that is on the other side of doing whatever you have to do, even when you don't want to do it, so that you can get the results that you'd like to get, or get in touch with how much pain is on the other side if you don't do what you need to do in order for you to see your dreams, your goals, or whatever you desire to come into fruition, to manifest, to happen. That is how we can create and sustain lasting change. Two more ways. If you missed the first talk, which talked about reprogramming, reconditioning the subconscious mind, definitely check it out. It's still hosted on my page, okay? I got it on my YouTube channel, Rona Roe Bennett. And then share this video with anybody that you think it can help. And if anybody's interested in joining the university, put yes in the comments. I'll come and find you, and let's see what's up. I hope everybody has enjoyed today's talk and gotten something really valuable from it. Woo, I felt like I was on fire while I was talking. So until next time, okay? I'll probably come back for a third part of this series, definitely before September 24th, which is the launch of the next 12 weeks of transformation at Personal Power University with me and whoever your tribe members end up being. Powerful, powerful, powerful journey. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. Bye.